Ethan stared at the math test on his desk, sweating. He had studied almost nothing. Hidden inside his hoodie sleeve was a tiny paper full of formulas. Halfway through the test, Mrs. Carter suddenly stopped walking. "Ethan," she said slowly, "what's in your sleeve?" The whole class turned to look at him. Ethan's heart nearly exploded. But instead of panicking, he laughed nervously and pulled out the paper. "It's not cheat notes," he said quickly. "It's song lyrics. I write music when I'm stressed." Mrs. Carter raised an eyebrow. "Song lyrics?" "Yeah," Ethan said. "My cousin told me writing stuff down helps anxiety during tests." Some kids nodded. Ethan even added fake emotion to his voice. "You can read it if you want. It's kinda embarrassing." Mrs. Carter unfolded the paper. Ethan had scribbled random words between the formulas earlier just in case. It looked messy enough to maybe pass as lyrics. The room went silent. Finally, Mrs. Carter sighed. "All right, but keep it put away." Ethan nodded innocently. "Of course." The class moved on. Everyone thought he had escaped being falsely accused. But Ethan wasn't done. Inside his water bottle label, he had hidden another sheet with every answer he needed. Whenever Mrs. Carter looked away, he twisted the bottle slowly and copied formulas onto his test. By the end of class, Ethan finished before almost everyone else. Mrs. Carter looked impressed. "See? I knew you were smarter than people think." Ethan forced a humble smile. "Thanks." The next week, test scores came back. Ethan got a 98. The class exploded. "No way," one kid shouted. Even the smartest student in class, Olivia, narrowed her eyes. "You literally failed the last 3 quizzes." Ethan shrugged casually. "Guess I studied harder." Mrs. Carter defended him immediately. "People can improve, Olivia." But Olivia wasn't convinced. After school, she secretly checked the classroom trash and found part of Ethan's ripped-up decoy sheet. Mixed between the fake lyrics were perfectly written algebra formulas. The next morning, Olivia confronted him near the lockers. "You cheated." Ethan smirked. "Can you prove it?" Before she could answer, Mrs. Carter walked by. Ethan instantly changed his expression. "Olivia keeps accusing me of cheating," he said quietly. "I'm getting tired of it." Mrs. Carter frowned at Olivia. "That's enough. Unless you have proof, stop bothering him." Olivia stood there speechless while Ethan walked away, trying not to laugh. But later that day, during another test, Ethan got too confident. He reached for the cheat sheet hidden inside his water bottle label, right as the cap slipped from his hands. The folded paper slid across the floor, straight to Mrs. Carter's feet.